Welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Thursday, February 27th, 2014. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. Several information communication technology ICT legislations are expected to be tabled in Parliament this year. This was disclosed by Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade, Commerce and Information Technology Camila Gonzalez while addressing the start of the two-day Caribbean ICT-led innovation workshop at the Buckhamant Bay Resort on Wednesday, February 26th. Minister Gonzalez explained that the new legislation will enable various types of online transactions while protecting the security and integrity of data and identity.
In the coming months, our broadband, mobile and fixed line internet speeds will take a great leap forward. I was going to say a quantum leap, like Mrs. Edwards-John said, but I think that's a provider's catchphrase. And we will have the introduction of 4G mobile broadband and vastly improved speed and reliability in our home and business connections. Also, in a few short months, a whopping 12% of our national population will be given, free of cost, brand new high-end Acer laptops with the introduction of 12,500 laptops to our secondary school population. As such, somewhere in the neighborhood of 25,000 students will have the full-time use of computers and regular access to free or subsidized internet.
Gonzalez says 2014 will serve as the tipping point where St. Vincent and the Grenadines moves beyond its infancy to have ICT options and opportunities that are substantially similar or superior to that which exists in the rest of the world.
Indeed, assuming the successful rollout of student laptops, mobile broadband networks, increased fixed line speed, the CARSEP infrastructural improvements, various Wi-Fi hotspots, and our major remaining ICT impediment will not be availability or power, but price, as our providers continue to charge far too much for their services, both relative to regional norms and our own national per capita income. I hope that this too will change in 2014, and the government is in the midst of discussions on multiple fronts to help ease the cost burden on homes and businesses regarding ICT access and use.
Meanwhile, Secretary General of the Caribbean Telecommunication Union, Bernadette Lewis, challenged St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the wider region to accept the fact that 20th century practices and procedures are not best fitting for the way of life and advancements of the 21st century.
The frameworks that govern the 20th century environment, they are being dismantled by the evolution of technology, the rapid and relentless evolution of technology. So we cannot afford to continue doing what we were doing in the 20th century and try to apply it to 21st century technology and expect to see something wonderful happen. It calls for innovation.
A commission from the Organization of American States OAS mechanism, the implementation of the Inter-American Convention Against Corruption (CICIC), will conduct an on-site visit here from April 22nd to the 24th. According to the OAS, the visit is on the consent of the host country as part of the follow-up inter-Paris process carried out by the mechanism in various countries of the region. It is expected that while here, the Commission will meet with representatives of civil society, the private sector, professional associations, and academics in order to address topics related to the issues being analyzed in the fourth round of the CICIC. The CICIC is a cooperation mechanism between states with the participation of civil society organizations established within the framework of the OAS, in which the legal institutional framework of each country is reviewed for suitability with the Inter-American Convention Against Corruption, as well as the objective results achieved therein. The SVG Fire Brigade is dispelling claims that it has not been responding effectively to fires. According to Sergeant Paul Smart, in charge at the SVG Fire Brigade, the department is always on the alert. Speaking specifically on bushfires, Sergeant Smart explains that there are some areas with difficult terrain and will take some time to get the fire under control.
The hose we use from the fire plants to the fire scene, you sometimes end up get less water, less pressure, because every hose carry pounds per square inch. So more hose we use at times, we have less water pressure, but we have to know how to contain our water sources when we go into a fire scene, because sometimes based on the pressure, sometimes we need more hose going up a hill, and then because of our experience, we know how to contain it.
Smart says if the water hose becomes a problem, other mechanisms are usually put in place to put out the fire.
If there's a fire on a haze that we cannot get there, whether by foot or by driving, we stay there and we watch it till it burn out, see where it burns into, the direction, and so on. And one has to take into account as well that the wind direction is very important, you know. So what we do, we monitor the wind, how the fire is burning, where it's traveling to.
The SVG police force is appealing to members of the public to cooperate with the police when executing an arrest or arrests. A media release from the police public relations department cited the recent prosecution of several members of the public for their actions during an incident involving Police Constable Mishet Solomon and chauffeur Elliot Guy at Honnestvale on January 24, 2014. The police are advising members of the public to be guided by the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines 2009, Volume 6, Chapter 172, which addresses the issue of arrest. The section states that in making an arrest, the police officer or other person making the arrest shall actually touch or confine the body of the person to be arrested, unless there be a submission to the custody by word or action. It also states that if such person forcibly resists the endeavor to arrest him or endeavors to evade the arrest, such police officers or other person may use all means necessary to effect the arrest. Families throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be given an opportunity to socialize together at the first ever Dinner and a Message Believers Day. The event, to be hosted by Redeemed Promotions, is expected to take place at Moncton Beach this Saturday, March 1st, and is expected to feature some of the best gospel ministers in St. Vincent. Speaking to SVG-TV News, event coordinator Journal Auburn says the main objective of a Dinner and a Message Believers Day outing is for families to be able to have a fun time while being empowered by the Word of God.
When you think about a dinner and a message, and you think about the Lord's Supper and all these things, is a time where the believers coming together on the beach. We are going to eat together, worship together, praise together, all together. Because guess what? People in church bouncing shoulder, but they never see each other. Some of them never see each other at a dinner setting or eating food. No, it's just the truth. And as simple as it sounds, it is a loud message that worship together, praise and sing together, but we're also going to feast together.
Owen said the response to the upcoming event has been tremendous and is extended an invitation to members of various denominations to be a part of what he says will be a life-changing event.
Those of you in Beckway, I know you might tell me that the ferry leaving soon, but don't worry, a dolphin will carry you, and if the dolphin get tired, a flying fish will take you up and fly you. So don't want to miss this event. It's an awesome thing when the presence of God hovers over the believers when they come together. The presence of God is what we need to change the nation. The presence of God is what you need to change your sons and daughters. The presence of God is what you need to have a better life on planet Earth. You don't need just a dollar or the right job or the best job. The presence of God is what made the difference.
Featured speaker at the event, Pastor Glendon, told SVG-TV News he's delighted to be in St. Vincent and that a dinner and a message event will be an experience for Christians who desire the presence of God.
That there is only one power, there is only one God that can bring deliverance. And I don't care what state those persons are in. I don't care what their condition is. People's condition don't frighten me. because I know that the yoke destroying power is upon my life and in the life of anyone who will surrender to the Lordship of Jesus Christ. I want to say, if St. Vincent people are going to be free, they will have to be free through the one name that is given that has power to destroy yoke.
Victims of the 2013 floods will be receiving more assistance through the efforts of Auntie G's charitable organization in collaboration with the National Emergency Organization NEMO and the National Red Cross Society. Speaking to SVG-TV News, promoter Georgietta Nanton says her organization will be hosting an event this Sunday at the Chili Playing Field, which includes sporting and other entertainment. She says the proceeds will go towards assisting the persons affected by the December 2013 trough system.
You will see persons playing like the Commissioner of Police, Nature Stephen, we have Luke Brown, we also have some Calypsonians who have dedicated their time to come on out to Georgetown and give their support towards what we're doing for this fundraising event. We also have Chanel Mackenzie, we have James P, we have the man, the candy man would be there. We asking you to come out and be a part of it so you can show your talent to the people in St. Vincent.
A total of 12 trophies are now being shelved by Vincentian artist Lornette Fire Empress Ned when she was crowned as the 2014 Calypso Monarch in Tobago last night. Speaking to SVGTV News via Facebook, Ned, who is the reigning Raga Soca Monarch here, said she's very happy since this was the first time she was entering the Tobago Calypso Monarch competition. Ned's rendition of Just surpassed her other 12 competitors, 8 females and 4 males. Here's an excerpt from her performance last night.
A word so complicated, just a word that is grossly underrated. We use it at times to mean right, and other times to mean something slight. A woman heart she spoke and then tell him that it was just a casual fling. She said just, well it was just your lips, the same lips that kissed them kids before school. It was them same lips that you used to digest on this pinnacle. It was just a one night stand, it didn't mean anything at all. Yet the same exit your claim was taboo, he used as his entrance hall. Well if you think trust is something small, then you choose to just finish drink. Had just a bit of gramophone, now tell me just what you think. Hey, just a bit of gramophone, why you fronting so? 'Twas just a dash of bitters with a slash of poison to go. This 4-letter word called just, is it really something small? Well after you finish fronting, tell me if just really just at all.
Ned is a 5-time soca queen in and has also captured the Tobago Calypso Queen title, Trinidad and Tobago National Queen of Calypso, while locally she won 2 Monarch titles in the Calypso and Raga Soca competitions. Ned says she's looking forward to Vincy Mass 2014. Meanwhile, reigning Soca Monarch, Gamal Skinny Fabulous Doyle, has his eyes set on capturing the 2014 Groovy Soca Monarch in Trinidad and Tobago, slated for tomorrow. Doyle will represent this country with his hit song, Behaving the Worst. Here is a snippet of the song.
I